host UZW, and I'd like to thank everyone who have been following our page, subscribing on our YouTube channel, and today we are going to talk about the Africa Cup of Nations, the just ended Africa Cup of Nations, and I believe everyone knows what happened yesterday. And if you go all over the social media, you can see that that's the topic. Everyone is talking about the game of Morocco versus Senegal, what happened and what went wrong and what went right. So this is what we are going to discuss today here. So whatever you think, guys, you are more than welcome to come in comment section and you can let me know what you think about the incidents and what is going to come after uh, these incidents because already we have seen that CAF issued a statement um, suspending Senegalese coach Pap Theo. So he's suspended right now until they finish their investigations. And after that, I believe that they are going to give their findings on what happened, and the judgments are going to come for both teams, Senegal and Morocco. So we have some incidents which happened, and I'm going to talk about each and every incident until to the end. And I believe you have your own thinking, you have your own opinions, which are more than welcome. You can share with me. But if you go on my page, I did some videos, but I just thought I have to do a live session on this issue. So I'll be reading your comments. Let me just check. Let me put comment section here. So yesterday I was enjoying watching the game between Senegal and Morocco until Morocco was awarded a penalty. I didn't watch after that because I felt that it's no longer football anymore. And even the handover of medals and everything, I didn't watch because I was thinking that this is not the right thing which should happen in our football, especially when it comes to African football. We must do better, and I believe yesterday we didn't do much better. And this is how you can see other continents doubt about our African football. They don't take it serious. And at the end of the day, we are spoiling our game ourselves. I don't think we have to blame anyone for this. So yesterday, the first incident was the goal for Senegal, which was allowed, which was disallowed. And in my own opinion, I believe that that goal was supposed to stand. And if you look at it, I don't think Senegal were protesting against the penalty, but the incident which happened before our Morocco was awarded the penalty. The goal for Senegal was disallowed. Was there a foul? I believe it was 50-50, and the goal was supposed to stand. And if you look at this case, you could see that there's a similar case with Tanzania when Tanzania was supposed to get a penalty, but it was VAR decided not to award a penalty to Tanzania. It was almost similar. So we are saying that on the other case, it was not given, and on the other hand, it was a foul. On the other hand, it was not. So it's like we are confusing ourselves in this case here. So I believe Senegal felt shortchanged with this, and that's the reason why they protested against the decision which was given by the referee that the penalty was supposed to be taken. And at the end, it was taken. And that's another issue which we are going to discuss also, whether Brahim Diaz did it intentionally or he missed a penalty. All right. So if you look at how Morocco have been playing from the beginning, I could say that they were playing very well. Although a lot of people they believe that there was a hand which was coming from referees, which was aiding them to uh, perform better and progress to the next level of the Africa Cup of Nations. And from my side, I believe that yes, we had some challenges with our match officials, and that's why I was asking: is it possible for our next Africa Cup of Nations to hire match officials outside Africa? Because if you look on this case here, we are complaining about our match officials, and if we go back to our local leagues, we have the same issues. You can see that our match officials they are always uh, performing not up to the standards. Especially in my country, in Zimbabwe, we have a lot of problems with match officials. They are not doing their job very well, and the same match officials are going to officiate at Africa Cup of Nations, which means we are carrying over the same problem which we have in our local leagues. We are taking it to the big tournaments, and at the end of the day, we will have the same problem of match officials not doing their job properly. We have some cases of people talking about that they are being paid and all these kind of things. I don't believe that, because if we are to look at it, we must bring the evidence which shows that one, two, three, four, five things, and they were paid this much. And if those things are not available, I don't think that we can say that match officials were being paid at the Africa Cup of Nations to favor certain teams. And this is what I always do. If there is a case whereby people are using assumptions, we must bring the evidence. If the evidence is not there, then there's no case. And this is what I think about the match officials and how a lot of people were thinking that they were favoring Morocco because they received some money. So if there was exchange of money, then we may have to look for the evidence. All right. So what I'm saying is, match officials they must improve in our local leagues because we are using the same referees at big tournaments like Africa Cup of Nations. So if we don't improve in our local leagues, then we are going to have the same problems when it comes to um, Africa Cup of Nations. So the same thing which can go back also to our countries. If our local leagues are not performing very well, we are going to have some challenges also with the selection of the team because there's no way we are going to have like all foreign best players unless we have some countries, especially in West Africa. Those are the countries which have a lot of talent, which is uh, playing outside the local leagues. But as a case of my country, Zimbabwe, we don't have a very strong league, so which means we rely mostly on foreign-based players. So if our local leagues are not bringing out good referees, then we are in trouble. We are going to complain again in 2027 when we have the next Africa Cup of Nations. All right. So the first incident, the penalty, sorry, the goal for Senegal, it was supposed to stand. I believe that there was no foul there, and it was supposed to be like that. And if you are looking at what triggered the protest of Senegal, it was that incident, that goal which was disallowed. This is where all the problems originated from. If that goal could have stood, and also Morocco getting a penalty, I don't think Senegal was going to complain about the decision. Then we come to the penalty decision. All right. A lot of people are saying that it was not a penalty, but we need to be honest with ourselves. We need to speak the truth. That was a clear penalty, regardless of what we have been thinking about. in regards to how match officials were, we can say, favoring Morocco. But in this case, it was a penalty. All right. Why a lot of people are saying that it was not a penalty? It is because of our minds, which have been corrupted from the beginning. We were thinking that Morocco is getting favors from referees, and whatever the decision which referees were making, whether a right decision or a wrong decision, everything was seen as something which is not right in the eyes of football fans and other people who were watching the Africa Cup of Nations. And in that regards, we see the incident as not a penalty, but in reality, that was a clear penalty. Is There's no debate here. All right, like what I said, if Senegal go was could have stood, we are not going to see Senegal protesting against the penalty decision. But because it was disallowed, that's that triggered the protest, and Senegal felt like they have been shortchanged, and that was the reason. But this is something which is going to cost Senegal. Their head coach is suspended right now, and CAF is doing some investigations to find out what exactly happened. And also, definitely, they are going to have the reports from match officials. They're going to have some reports from match commissioner to find out who are the culprits. And some players, I believe, also they are going to be sanctioned by CAF. And we come to the case of Hakim trying to take the towel from Senegalese goalkeeper Mendy. Yeah, these are some of the cases where we see that we believe in juju. I don't know if juju works in football or it doesn't work, but I don't think it works. They were trying to take the towel. I believe there are some videos which you can go on Facebook. There are a lot of videos which were showing that Moroccan technical team and players, they were trying to take the towel from Mendy. All right. So, do you believe in black magic? Do you believe in juju? Does it work or it doesn't work? Because that towel, they were believing that that's the one which is making everything controversial, especially at the goalpost. All right. So, we are going to see both teams being sanctioned by CAF, and mostly Senegal is the one which is going to be punished more because they walked out of the pitch. So if you are going back at the rules, football rules, what does the rules say about a team which walks out of the field? All right. So I was just checking some of the rules, and they were talking about that if the uh, players walk out, then the referee has to abandon the match. But we didn't something like that happening, and Sadio Mane has to go into the changing room and bring all the guys back, and it was a good gesture from Sadio Mane to make sure that he doesn't leave the pitch so that he can wait for everyone to come back. But in overall, Senegal is in trouble, and it's going to affect their preparations for the FIFA World Cup 2026. And I don't know if they're going to participate. We just wait to see what is going to happen and what will be the final judgment from CAF. Are they going to be sanctioned or to be banned for some years in football? Then if it goes that way, then it means they are going to withdraw from the FIFA World Cup. I saw a lot of people, they were saying that it doesn't matter as in Abasa, all these kind of things, because Senegal managed to win. Yeah, sometimes we are using emotions. We are making decisions. We are discussing using emotions and forget about football rules. So football rules are very very important. We need to follow whatever we do. We must follow the guidelines. If we overstep, we are going to pay for whatever we do. All right. So I did one video which I was talking about taking a risk. And this is what Senegal did yesterday. They took a very big risk and it paid off. But at the same time, they are going to pay with heavy fines. All right. So they are enjoying right now, but I don't see something good ahead of Senegal as a team. They are going to face a lot of challenges, especially maybe they are going to get a ban. Maybe it can be 3 or 4 years. They will not be able to play in any competitions, which is something I don't think is worth. They were supposed to stay in the inside the stadium and wait. Yeah, the penalty was missed. I don't know whether it was missed or it was saved, or I don't know. A lot of people they're saying that it was saved. I don't believe. I don't think so. The penalty was not saved. I think Brahim Diaz uh, just did a fair play here, just to calm down to make sure that the tensions doesn't uh, continue. And this is another case also we have to look at. A lot of people they are saying that uh, whatever he was trying to do didn't work out, and it was a mist. So these are all the things which are affecting our football as a continent, Africa. I think we can protest, but not to walk out of the pitch. That was big mistake by Senegal. So we have to admit that Senegal did something wrong here. I know a lot of people they are siding with Senegal. They didn't want Morocco to win, but at the same time, we must acknowledge, we must accept that Senegal did something wrong, and we must not sugarcoat whatever happened because it's going to maybe it can happen again just because we are just taking it not serious. But this is something which is very, very important. Pagkumano ka Baisa, and I don't know how best I can put it, but it's not good for our football. It's not good for African football. It's not good for everyone because I believe the whole world was watching the Africa Cup of Nations, and it's not supposed to happen that way. So I have a feeling, I have a feeling that I don't feel like a certain country won the Africa Cup of Nations because after the penalty incident, I just switched off the TV and I didn't proceed watching the remainder of the match and the ceremony for awarding the medals and everything because I felt like there's no reason to continue watching the game. Everything was spoiled, and yeah, but it's part of football. It can happen like that, but we must learn also from there how best we can react to certain situations. Although celebrating a win, that win came with some negative rewards because it's going to be difficult for Senegal in the next coming weeks or next coming months or years because CAF is going to give them hard time. And most probably, like what I said, they may not feature at the FIFA World Cup 2026. So that's it for what I have for today. And I believe that everyone is enjoying discussing about football, discussing about Senegal versus Morocco. It was a big drama yesterday, and everyone was freezing on the TV to watch what was happening. But a lot of people they're saying football won and Morocco lost. So right now it's CAF and Morocco versus the whole of Africa. Yeah, it's like that. But let's see who is going to win. Mr. Tapom, some Moroccans were troubling the Senegalese keeper taking his towel, so the Moroccans could be could have played fair play. The Senegalese goalkeeper seemed to say something to the penalty taker before it was taken. Yeah. So the issue of taking the towels, yes, I covered that one already. That definitely Morocco is going to be sanctioned by CAF for that incident and other incidents which we didn't see, which were not uh, covered by the cameras on live TV. But I believe there are some footages which are not available to the public, but they are going to be available to CAF, and they're going to see all these footages to look at which teams and which players, which technical teams that were involved in all these incidents. So at the end, I believe that's another issue. Also, we are going to see how CAF is going to handle this case. Are they going to look also on Moroccan side, or they are going to check only Senegal? So I believe that the drama didn't end. It's still going on because with these investigations which are going to come, we are going to see how they're going to handle the case of Morocco, because there are some issues also, there are some incidents which were um, covered by Morocco. So yeah, I believe uh, you said something about that the Senegalese goalkeeper seemed to have said something to Diaz before the penalty was taken. I believe Diaz knew what was going to happen if he scored the penalty. I believe that the drama was going to continue. So, in other words, I can say Brahim Diaz saved Africa, because I believe there was going to be more drama if Diaz scored the penalty. There was going to be more drama after the final whistle, and by today we'll be talking a different story altogether. I believe he's a hero, although a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I believe that Brahim Diaz is our hero. He saved Africa yesterday by deliberately kicking the ball direct to the goalkeeper. Yeah, that's another case. People are saying that it was not deliberate, but I believe it was deliberate. Yes, he was trying. He knew what he was doing. All right. So these are the issues. The drama continues. The drama is not didn't end yesterday. The drama will continue until to the final day where we are going to see the judgment for both teams, and it has to be fair. And this is where we are going to see if CAF is serious or if they are favoring anyone. We are going to see on this case. I don't know if FIFA is involved in these issues, but mostly I believe it's CAF. Whoever is, I have some idea about whether FIFA is involved, can be involved. You can let me know, because Senegal is going to play at the FIFA World Cup 2026, and if they are banned from football activities, then it means they are not going to feature at the FIFA World Cup. So that's the big risk which is coming towards Senegal. So I don't know what you think, guys. You can leave your comments here in comment section, and we are going to keep giving you some information, some news in regards to um, these issues. And we also have our own Maswani say, Tawanda Maswani say he was named one of the promising talent. He only played one game, and they managed to see that he has a bright future. Unfortunately, we have a coach who doesn't see all these things. And this is the most worrying thing which we have. And I've been saying this, that we have a lot of people who can admire our talent in our country. We don't see it, we don't acknowledge it, we don't appreciate it. but other countries they do. And you can see that we are wasting a lot of time. We are wasting a lot of talent, which we are supposed to nurture, and we can be a better country when it comes to football. But we are lacking strategies. We are lacking a good administration. We are lacking a lot of things. We are lacking football infrastructure. So everything is down. We cannot compete with any other team, with any other country at the Africa Cup of Nations. We can see that we have the qualifiers which are coming very soon, and we are going to see who are our opponents. And again, we don't have a stadium which is ready, so we are not going to play our games in our country. It's going to be good for Zimbabwe, and if we continue suppressing our talent, then it's going to be another um, issue which is going to affect us mostly. Uh, Muruguti Shumba, yesterday, Nelson, yesterday you were saying that Brahim Diaz, it was a deliberate uh, penalty. But today you change goalposts. Now you are saying that the penalty was saved. So we don't know what we are uh, talking about. Which side are you? Are you telling us that Brahim Diaz did it deliberately, or the penalty was saved? Yeah, Kulema Gorimbo. Senegal, what they did yesterday was right. Walking out of the pitch was the best decision. Uh, I don't think so. That's why I said it was a big risk, and the risk paid off, but with some just coming on their way. So it's like they managed to win the Africa Cup of Nations at the expense of their future. So their future is not going to be the same again. They are going to be in trouble, and this is going um, to be something else for Senegal. Uh, Mchenda kuma gym ya ma 5 liters. I do research penalty was saved because you saw the penalty which was taken by Kun Aguero against Chelsea. It was almost similar. Yes, we have seen a lot of penalties like that. Some of them were saved, some of them were successful. But at the end of the day, I believe Diaz was trying to save the day, was trying to save Africa, was trying to save the image of our African football, and that's it. Your research is based on other penalties which were taken by other players. Like I saw a lot of people they are posting about Kun Aguero's penalty, which was saved by same goalkeeper Mendy. So people are saying that Mendy has juju on his towels. So it's something else. But I don't think so. These are just normal towels. If we have juju, then it means Africa will be uh, one of the best continent when it comes to football. But we are always failing at the FIFA World Cup. So it means juju doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. So uh Kulema Gorimba, I don't think it was a right decision at that time. They were using their emotions to make decisions. But after that, sometimes we do that as well. You emotionally uh, like you make your decisions based on emotions. And at the end of the day, whatever you do, after you go back to your normal senses, then you realize that you have messed up. And this is what happened with Senegal. They were happy with the decision which they took, but they realized later that they have messed up. And this is something which is going to affect them in the next coming years. AFCON is a useless organization. Yeah, yeah. It is all coming from our local leagues. I believe that our local leagues are not as organized as we think. If we have organized local leagues, then we can have a better competition, because this is where all is coming from. Yeah, Juju doesn't work. In Zimbabwe, we have a lot of, yeah, yeah, like what you're saying. Yeah, we have fake prophets and we have fake sangomas also. So I don't think uh, Juju works in football. We have seen a lot of incidents whereby some football fans, they are going on goalposts and start to sprinkle some urine, trying to open the gate because it's closed with juju, all these kind of things. But I don't think juju works. Yeah, our African league, they have, FIFA, sorry, CAF, they have this new league which they want to introduce. I'm going to read about it. I don't have much information. I just saw it, but it's something which is going to be played on FIFA calendar. The same time we have the international breaks. That's the same time these matches will be played, and it's like they want to have different. It's like one tournament, but coming from different regions, like Southern Africa. They will have their own competition, and West Africa, North Africa, East Africa, Central. Then the teams which or the countries which are going to win from these different regions, then they'll come to play for the finals. So I think it's something like that. I'm going to come back with a video for that because I just went through the article. I didn't get much information on that tournament, but we we have a problem with African football. We have a problem with our main officials. We have a problem. Most probably, we have a problem with CAF. Yes. All right. Although we need evidence, like what I said, if you are looking at cases like Morocco was getting favors from match officials, we must have solid evidence of what happened before the AFCON starts and what was happening during the tournament, whatever the money exchanging hands, whatever it is, we need that evidence. We need everything so that we can come out with a solid case which we can argue that Morocco was uh, getting favors um, from match officials. But at the moment, I don't think so. As long there's no evidence, there's no case. They were playing good football. Actually, they are not that bad. It's a good team. But I believe that I feel that Morocco, they were supposed to exit the tournament when they played against Tanzania because Tanzania was robbed. There was a penalty incident which was not looked properly. And that's the time we saw that a lot of people, they were more angry with Morocco. And I believe yesterday, a lot of countries, they were supporting Senegal. All right. So I'm going to end this live, and I'm going to come back again tomorrow. I have some videos which are going to post on the page, so you can keep on coming back on the page and watch the videos. So I'd like to thank everyone who have been supportive, coming on the page and liking, sharing, commenting. So 2026, I have something good for our local league. So I'm going to announce it later. I'm doing some processes which I'm trying to do right now so that I can see if it is possible. But if it is possible, I'm going to bring good news, and this is going to give a lot of hope. It's going to give a lot of motivation to our players in our Castolaga Premier League. Good game, Rectora Mateo Ewa, they robbed Nigeria also. I don't think against Nigeria. Nigeria missed a lot of chances. It was a fair game. They were supposed to win. Sometimes, teams must not wait for certain incidents to happen so that they find a way to escape and start to argue. They must play their game. They must score goals, try to score goals. Let them deny or uh, say that overturn the goals, but they must score the goals first. That's the most important thing. So if you fail to score, then let's say 90 minutes, you don't have a shot on target, and you are complaining that the referee was biased. So what are you trying to say? You don't have a solid argument here because you didn't even manage to have a shot on target. So it means you are not playing very well. So at the end of the day, it's all about looking at the football as it is. We don't have to use emotions. We don't have to say, I love Nigeria, so then I am to support Nigeria. No, it's not like that. If they are if they were not playing very well, then they don't have a case to argue here because they failed. So they have to uh, play and win or try to score. Then you can argue that we scored, but one, two, three, four, five things. But on this case, it's not adding up. We cannot say something like that. All right. So I was talking about, I was saying that we have something new coming on this page, and soon I'm going to announce it if everything goes well, and it's going to be something good for myself and for everyone who likes to follow football, especially our local league. And I'm going to continue giving you some um, news about our league. It's very interesting to see how some teams are preparing for the upcoming season. I love our local league so much. I know a lot of people they prefer watching English Premier League. They don't want to watch our local league. I feel more attached to our local league than English Premier League because we don't belong there. We belong to our local league, and this is where we are supposed uh, to be attached to more than. Although, yeah, we can learn from other leagues, but I feel like our league is very, very important. We need to support them. We need to watch the games. We need to criticize them if they are not doing very well, because sometimes we have teams which are not doing very well, and we can find something to say and on something like that. All right, so thank you very much, guys. Those who have been watching the live session, and I'm going to come back again tomorrow. I have a lot of things to say. I don't know if I'm going to do a live or I'll just do some videos and post them here. So don't forget to uh, follow the page. If you are first timer on the page, if you see the follow button, please click follow. And you can also go on Facebook, so on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel 263 Sports News ZW, and we are on TikTok as well. Same name, 263 Sports News ZW. On Instagram, we are there as well, 263 Sports News ZW. We are going to bring a WhatsApp channel very soon. We are doing bit by bit. Yeah, we don't want to rush, The development is there. We want to go slow by yeah, slowly. We are going to get there. We don't want to rush things. So I believe that we are heading into the right direction, but we are going to do step by step. All right. So thank you very much, and see you next time.